is my favorite part right here. Ah, I'm stuck. What's up guys, Tony Handy's here from Lazy Tech TV, and thank you so much for hanging on for us. This is the first review video of 2016, and we are going to take a look at this little guy right over here. This is the Western Digital MyCloud mirror. Now you might have heard of MyCloud, which is basically your personal cloud storage. Instead of storing your stuff up in OneDrive or Google Drive or iCloud, Western Digital and other competitors decided, hey, why don't you just have a NAS? There's a lot of NAS solutions out there, but for the general consumer, NAS is a little confusing, and Western Digital wants to make it a little bit easier for you. So with the mirror, this little baby over here is a 4 terabyte drive. Now it is RAID 1. So when I say 4 terabytes, it's actually two 2 terabyte hard drives. And RAID 1 means that it's redundant. So whatever I store in one hard drive automatically will be mirrored and stored in the other hard drive. Why is that beneficial? Well, let's just say one hard drive fails. The MyCloud mirror works with both Mac and PC all the way up to Windows 10 and OS 10. And the nice thing too is that it has applications for both iOS and Android. So on the go, you can manage all the things. And what I really like about it, just even without unpacking it right away, is that they make it very user-friendly from the get-go. It's very easy to set up, it's very easy to maintain. And best of all, there's so much going on for the mirror. Case in point, I've been looking to start up my own Plex server. I know, nerd like me doesn't have a Plex server. Well, yeah, but now I could with this. Plex actually has an application that was written specifically for MyCloud, and MyCloud runs on their own Cloud OS from Western Digital. And using that Plex server application, I can store all of my media on this device, and with the appropriate Plex application on iOS, Android, Windows, whatever, I can watch and view and listen to all my media anywhere else that I go. Now 4 terabytes isn't enough for you, and believe me, it's probably enough for you. But if it's not, which I completely get depending on the collection of whatever digital archives that you may or may not have, the beautiful thing about the MyCloud mirror is that it actually has 2 USB 3.0 ports for expansion. So you could arguably connect other external hard drives to that as well too. The concept of daisy chaining hard drives to a hard drive is not new. In fact, you could feasibly go into maybe a RAID 2 if you really wanted to, which is very, very prominent these days. But as it is right now, RAID 1, you are just mirroring the 2 hard drives that are in there, and that's fairly sufficient for the most part. So how is this different than using iCloud, Google Drive, or OneDrive? Simple. It's yours. It's your device. You can use it and do whatever you want with it. Western Digital is more of a intermediary, wherein that you can use their applications obviously to access it on mobile or on your computer, but for the most part, you're not storing it in their cloud. You're storing it in your cloud or MyCloud. Okay, so after 2 weeks of testing out this guy, how did it really fare? Well, setting it up, like I said before, is pretty simple. Maintenance, that's a different story. First off, it's a loud motor. Now mind you, these are hard drives, not SSDs. So there's a fan running and there's 2 hard drives. So in my bedroom where all the stuff is, I can hear it, but it's kind of white noisy, so it helps me go to sleep. But the fact is, when you have it all set up and you have your MyCloud account all prepped and ready to go, then you have to go through some steps downloading the Western Digital Sync application, which in its own right is not hard. It's just an extra step that brings you to a different part of the website, and it's a little confusing where you could find it. Once that's installed, and once you define which folders that you want synced and everything, then you're good to go. But like I said, Western Digital's MyCloud is Cloud OS, OS 3 to be precise. And to take advantage of the applications, you have to get into the dashboard. That was one of the biggest issues that I had. I couldn't log into the dashboard. I couldn't figure out what the admin was. I wasn't sure if it was my username or if it was the name that I had generated previously for the actual MyCloud. In the end, I finally figured it out and I installed the Plex server application. That in its own self was an issue. The version of the Plex server that you can download from the Western Digital servers is not the up-to-date version, and there's no clear and understandable steps as to how to update the version that comes from Western Digital. After another 30 minutes of figuring that out, signing into my Plex account, then I was ready to go. As I also mentioned previously, you also have iOS and Android applications to use. They're there, and there are key benefits. Like you can log into your Dropbox through the application, you can log into your OneDrive through the application. But here's where the problems arise. The app itself, at least on Android, is super slow. I couldn't access my photos, my videos, my music, any of that stuff, any of my media. So obviously, luckily I had the Plex server set up, so I just used Plex. But if you don't have the Plex server set up, because not all MyClouds can support Plex, depending on how much they can output in regards to its power consumption and things of that nature, you need the MyCloud app on your phone to work well. And at least in my experience, whether it was 4G, 3G, Wi-Fi, it would not work. So that was one of the big detriments of at least the application on Android. Using the desktop software to manage all the files is just like using any other cloud backup service like OneDrive or Google Drive. You have your folders, you have your files, and you can copy and paste, move, you can upload, download, and do all the things that you would expect to do. The other nice thing about the MyCloud is you can set auto backups of your computer and even set up auto backups of those backups. And again, this is redundant drive, so whatever is being backed up onto one hard drive is automatically going to be backed up onto the other hard drive. So at least in my experience, if you want to use the MyCloud as a means of a media server and you have Plex set up, you should be okay. And if you just want to back up your stuff, you're going to be fine. But at least on the mobile side of it, if you want to access those files, that's going to be a little bit of an issue. And if you want to have an easy point and click way of setting up the synchronization of those files on your computer to the MyCloud, you can do it, but it's not very point and click. It's a couple of points and a couple of clicks, and 30 minutes later, then you're good. The hardware is great, software not so much. So let me know what you guys think. If you have a MyCloud, if you have a MyCloud Mirror specifically, if I'm doing something completely wrong, definitely let me know in the comment section below. But all in all, it is a good, decent solution, but there's a lot of pitfalls that it comes up against very often, and a little bit too often, to the point that I'm using my other cloud backups with OneDrive and Google Drive and Dropbox even more so than my own MyCloud upstairs in my room. Again, let me know what you guys think. Leave it in the comment section below, or you can just find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+. Throw us out some comments there. And of course, we appreciate all the likes and all the subscriptions that you guys have. Please share this video with all your friends and family, and we will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.